Now there are some questions related to balance sheet again, which we have done in first 4 questions beta. That balance sheet is repeated here. Similarly, you have to make a format of extract of balance sheet. Only 3 things you will write: equity and liability, this is the side of the balance sheet; shareholders fund, share capital. This amount will be taken from the notes to accounts. You have to prepare notes to accounts. In notes to accounts, you will write authorized share capital, issued share capital, and subscribed share capital. So what you have to write: Scooter India Limited. This Scooter India Limited will give you half marks. You have to write here the name of the company. Scooter India Limited, registered with authorized capital of rupees 50 lakh. You will write here rupees 50 lakh in authorized capital. This is the rupees column. Divided into 5 lakh shares of rupees 10 each. You will write here 5 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. The company issued 1 lakh shares for subscription. This is the issued share capital. 1 lakh into 10, 10 lakh rupees. Now see, we have issued on premium allotment rupees, application and allotment rupees 3, first call 4, second and final call 5 rupees. Total 12 we have asked for. Applications were received for 1,20,000 shares and allotment was made on pro rata to all the applicants. Means we have given them 1 lakh shares. Those who have demanded 120, we have given 1 lakh because we are already having only 1 lakh shares. Now what happened? All calls were made and were duly received except the second and final call on 1,000 shares held by Rohan. One person who have not paid their second call money on 1,000 shares, his shares were forfeited. Till here, bache, if he has not paid anything, means any amount he have not paid, it will be called calls in arrear. But if his shares are forfeited, then the amount forfeited will be shown in calls, share forfeiture. Calls in arrear will be deducted, share forfeiture will be added. But if these shares are reissued fully paid to someone else, no entry we have to show in that. That means we are now till now we are having only 1 lakh shares. Whether they are forfeited and reissued, it is not shown in the balance sheet. We will just write 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each and 10 lakh will be the value of share capital. We will not mention here the forfeiture and reissue. The forfeiture and reissue is always mentioned in where? Journal entry, not in the balance sheet. This was the question in 2015 board exam. Have a look on another question. This was the sample paper question of previous exams 2020. So Bliss Products Limited, you have to write the extract of balance sheet of Bliss Products Limited, registered with authorized capital of rupees 1 crore divided into 1 lakh shares of rupees 100 each. So here you will write in the notes to accounts authorized share capital, 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 100 each, so 1 crore. Then the company issued prospectus inviting application for 42,500 equity shares. 42,500 equity shares of rupees 100 at 20 rupees premium. Premium is never shown in this balance sheet. Okay. So issued share capital is 42,500 into 100, 42 lakhs 50,000. But what happened? The applications were received for only 40,000 shares. Issued share capital will be, subscribed share capital will be 40,000 bache. Raman, to whom 1600 shares were allotted, failed to pay the final call money and these shares were forfeited. Of the forfeited shares, 600 shares were reissued to Sukhman, credited as fully paid rupees 90 per share. So, bache, out of 40,000, 16 we have forfeited and 600 we have reissued. So, how many shares we have cancelled? Only 1000. 40,000 minus 1600 plus 600 reissued. So 39,000 shares we have already having 39,000 shares. 40,000 minus 1600 plus 600 again for reissue. This will 39,000 shares we have received the money on them. But on those 1,000 shares we have what we have received. We have not reissued. Those we have reissued, we will not do further any treatment for reissued shares. But if we have some shares which are not reissued, their forfeiture will be added. And we will add, if they have not paid the final call of rupees 30, so whatever we have paid, they have paid 70. What they have paid 70,000 shares at the rate 70 each. 70,000 we have already received. We will add the share forfeiture in subscribed share capital. So the total becomes 39,70,000. Only simple funda is this, bache. If we have not forfeited any share, so we will subtract the calls in arrear. If we have forfeited, we will add share forfeiture. And if we have reissued, then no further treatment. Got my point? If we have not forfeited anything, what we will do? We will write subtract the calls in arrear. And if we have reissued, no treatment. If we have only forfeited, then share forfeiture will be added in the share capital. Any doubt, bache? This question will definitely be there in board exams for 4 marks. So, similar question which we have already done in illustration 30. You just have to pass 3 journal entries for forfeiture and reissue. And you have to make that simple table which I have told you earlier, that you just have to mark the tick marks or crosses. See what is given. A, who holds 100 shares of rupees 10, paid only rupees 250 as application. His name is A. He is having 100 shares and he have just paid rupees 2.5 on application. The rest information we don't have. Okay. Now the next person is B, who hold 200 shares, paid 2.50 as application and rupees 2 on allotment. So you came to know that he have paid rupees 2 on allotment, but A have not paid. A have paid only application money of 2.5 and B have paid both the things, application and allotment. And next 2 things he have not paid. Okay, we don't know what is the value of first and second call, but C holds 300 shares of rupees 10, has paid 2.5 of application, 2.5 of application, 2 of allotment and 3 rupees of first call he have paid. So rest he have not paid. So what will be the value of second call? If the total value of share is rupees 10, 2.5 plus 2 plus 3, it will be 7.5. So remaining value will be 2.5. And C was having 300 shares. This is your table, and with the help of this you can see that rupees 2 on 100 shares means allotment you have not received 200. 100 into 3, 300, and 200 into 3, 600. 900 you have not received by way of allotment. See, you can write the table like this. You have not received 200 on allotment, 900 on first call, and 250, 500, 750 means 1500 you have not received on final call. You can make just a simple table of tick mark or cross. You can make like this. 100 shares you have received application, rest not received. 200 shares you have received application and allotment, calls not received. And C, who was having 300 shares, paid 3 things, final call not paid. So you can total up their amount of only crosses, those who have not paid. Now you will pass simple journal entry for forfeiture and reissue. Share capital account debit. You have forfeited 600 shares, 100 plus 200 plus 300. 600 shares of rupees 10 each. A plus B plus C, 600 shares. 200, 900, 1500, 3400. 200 not received on allotment beta. 900 not received on first call. 1500 not received on final call. So 6000, subtract these 3 figures, you will get to know 3400 rupees you have received. So it will be forfeiture amount. Now you have reissued these shares at 10% discount. The value of shares was 6000. 10% is the value of discount, 600. So you have received 5400 rupees. Bank account debit 5400, share forfeiture 600, 2 share capital 6000. So 3400 subtract 600 which you have used. So you left with 2800 rupees in share forfeiture that you will transfer to capital reserve. Any doubt बच्चे? You can solve sums up to 40. Any doubt if you want to ask anything?